Good afternoon. It's been overwhelming experience to be here, especially to meet those hardcore biohackers. I didn't even know that there are that many herbs in planet. And we really should go back to the nature in many ways and combine that with the new technologies. So I'm Aki from StartUp Health. We are a US-based, New York-based health innovation company. And we are on the mission to transform health and healthcare. And in the core of it is our entrepreneurs. They have always redefined the industries or created them. So we have spotted out in past 7 years when company was started by Stephen Krein and Unity Stoakes in New York, over 10,000 digital health and well-being companies globally. Over 4,000 we have went through, and in our portfolios at the moment, 225 companies from 20 countries and 6 continents. So we have a quite good overview of what's going on. And I'm going to tell you today shortly about how we have done this, which sort of players they are, then the funding, where are the hotspots in funding, like in area-wise and then geographically, and then some tips for if you raise funding. And in the end, just short like biohacking example, how it's integrated to health care. So we organize, support, and invest in a global army of health transformers. We call these entrepreneurs what are our team health transformers who are targeting their own moonshots and kind of changing the current normal of providing health services. And what we're going to do in next 15 years, we improve health and well-being for everyone of this planet. And why now is a moment for all of you entrepreneurs to hit the spot, or those who have an idea to come in the field, is that all key factors are aligned at this moment. And they are need, of course, health, huge costs. There has to be better ways of provide access to care and make it cost efficiently. And their prevention and biohacking will be part of that, integral part. Then our business models, mainly 2 reasons. Regulation, use of data. There's Europe now have a competitive advantage towards US because we have a new open data regulation and we own the data ourselves. And there are many health registries where we can compare our data, what we collect. And another thing is that there are new players coming into health, like large technological corporations. Apple, Amazon, investing heavily and looking at that as best new business opportunity. Then exponential times in technology, AI, of course. How to make that those complex issues simple by taking data from different sources and combining that so that it supports your decision making, changing lifestyle or doctors to make right decisions. Then, golden age of entrepreneurs. There is no point of time when there is so much knowledge, networking through the social media, LinkedIn, Facebook have accelerated this a lot. Same all accelerated functions globally, where entrepreneurs and investors meet, they get cross-pollinated. More knowledge, more wisdom, and the capital. And this is happening globally. And shortly, all industries have transformed, you could say. There's something, education and health are challenging ones. But those are next targets. And they always transform through entrepreneurs. Henry Ford with the cars, then Jobs, Gates with computing, then Zuckerberg and guys through social media. And key factor there is consumers and empowering them, like personal cars, computers, and so on. Same comes all the ways to track health. And we work also with the status industry players. So we have loads of big corporations like insurance sector, Allianz, device company, GE, for example, Roche from pharma side. So we surround these entrepreneurs with all critical components what they need to build their company. And a key element of it is lifelong coaching program. So we help them through three key mindsets. One is entrepreneurial mindset. You have to grow instead to grow in turn to grow your company. And very personal health is key element. Then is company mindset and partnership mindset. So quarterly coaching for lifetime, building networks, and then we provide media services and we have our own funds. So this moment, at the moment, this can be accelerated even more, but we know that we can achieve 100 years of progress in next 25 years in reimagination of healthcare. And there is very important factor is that we have aligned all that community, 40,000 players, aligned them around these moonshots, 10 moonshots. And left-hand side moonshots are like health, 1 to 4, like in health and healthcare, hardcore stuff. But 5 to 10 biohacking plays central role, more and more central role. So access to care, cost to zero. Remarkable challenges. Telemedicine, AI, key elements. Then complex ones, curing the diseases, cancer moonshot there as a separate case. Then women's health, children's health, nutrition. That combination only. We learn our habits when we are young, little tiny girls or boys, and we inherit those from home. And we have to put preventive and a kind of true media, storytelling, building knowledge, opportunities, people to get basic ingredients to start those changes. And combining that with the entrepreneurs, magic happens. So what I have learned here from nutrition and brain health only is something what I haven't known before, even if I've been in the field for 20 years. So then nutrition and fitness moonshot, brain health moonshot, happiness and mental health moonshot, all very integral parts today. And the longevity, that goes maybe to Teemu, Arina and guys who are super hackers. And this map shows that we have companies all over the planet and they have raised during the time they have spent with us over 900 millions. So then shortly about investments. Investments have grown year by year since 2010. And if you look at the numbers, like first quarter is more or equal to 2013. It's massive. That tells that we are moving from age of interest to age of experimentation to age of implementation and scaling. In terms of biohacking, we are quite at the starting point yet, but it will follow the same curve. Then when to raise money, the top months are from March to May, August to October. If you target investor meetings, those are the closing points. Of course, you have to have conversations ongoing all the time. Then funding velocity. This is maybe the most critical thing what I face with entrepreneurs in digital health, is that they come to me and say that, hey, we need funding in next 2 weeks. And the average time from seed fund to A round at the moment is 17.2 months. It's closer to 1.5 years. And that's why it's very important when you go with your mission to build your startup, all the time communicate your progress, even if you are early. You communicate your progress to investor and your desired partners that they can follow up what you've done. And the barrier to make the investment when the time comes is much, much lower. Then where the money goes. From these patient consumer experience and wellness, of course, closer to biohacking at the moment. And the deal count is enormous in a patient consumer experience. Sorry? Sorry? These are all the deals. All the deals from C round to, from seed to C round. Sorry? Yeah. So we come to that later. So this shows like maturity map investments in past like 7 years. We see at the moment very strong push in early stage funding. So the pipeline is like building up all the time. B, C rounds, remarkable number of companies scaling up. Good news. Then what are the hotspots? Where you should go? Of course, where the market is. There's also the money. And hotspots are usual suspects in West Coast, San Francisco Bay Area, 3.8 billion. And then Los Angeles, San Diego area, which is remarkable also, like 650. And then comes the East Coast, Boston, New York metropolitan areas, huge ones. Chicago was standout last year. Then globally, Toronto area from North America. Then we take Europe. There is a like London-Stockholm axis. The biggest and most interesting maybe from telemedicine. Here in Sweden was Doctrine, yes, and Min Doctor, big rounds, and Babylon, which is great company in London. Israel. Little New York, Tel Aviv, and Israel. That's the hotspot you should visit. And then, like in Game of Thrones, winter is coming. And if we now look Europe point of view, there's so many new innovations coming from West and soon from East that we don't even know. The things will change like never before. And a huge amount of investments allocated in Chinese companies. Then who are the key actors in investment? Past 4 years, it was GE Ventures, always strong, very strong, one of our partners, many shared portfolio companies. Then Khosla Ventures hit the top spot last year. And then, of course, other quite notable Founders Fund and Secure Capital. Then early stage fundings raised up by Y Combinator. So maybe the best traditional accelerator. More and more new ideas, opportunities, entrepreneurs coming there through health. This is maybe like large scale. Investments growing, a number of investors growing. So there are totally new investors in this field. And that gives you a great opportunity to tap in now. Here's the methodological stuff. Then, maybe the most importantly, loads of promise in biohacking. There's a loads of noise in digital health and biohacking. And rich real-world evidence is the answer. You have to have evidence. You can have a quick start, but if you have no evidence, sooner or later that story ends up. We see that in a bit like Fitbit hit the iPod, the stock market value is now very small part of that, what it was at the beginning. So you have to have a convincing data which has clinical relevance. But outcome-wise, there is a room for biohacking. From health outcomes, 10% comes up from health, 30% from that who you were born in this planet, 20% from environmental and social factors critical, and then lifestyle factors. And this is what I believe is like guys like Teemu, super biohackers, torch flyers, individuals superpowered by health and happiness mindset with biohacking. They are their own creators of personal health, well-being, happiness. And they get the best advantage when it comes to treatments. This is one example. So there are loads of consumer-based digital health or well-being startups. Is it like monitoring your heart functions, your quality of sleep, nutrition, whatsoever? This is genomic testing. How many of you have done 23andMe tests? At least few, or ancestry. So 2 years, 3 months ago, Genentech, part of the Roche Group, invested 50 million to 23andMe. And now they align the functions in a way that they look which of the changes you can measure from saliva correlates with the clinical forecast. And when this is happening from every different aspect of your body, all data what you collect can be used for benefit of you and helps doctors to make better decisions. And this is why it's difficult. This is from Cell, the most precious journal. Impact factor 36, Nature and Science are far behind. So phenotype, what you see here. Physio, our physiology. Anatomy, genome, transcriptome, RNA, mRNA, HNMRA, then turn into proteins, metabolomics, what you are measured by blood samples, microbiomes, normal flora, not normal flora, epigenome, exposome, where you are exposed in your life. So why it's important to partner with big ones who understand the entities is that you can solve some tiny problems somewhere, but there is no relevance for the decision making. That's why we need more and more holistic solutions which unlock the silos in data and give clear answers. Now I'm thrown out. But hey, we have one planet. The most critical resource is time. And it's all about how we use our time. So remember to do meaningful things which have a purpose with people who you love and enjoy your journey in life. And if you have an opportunity, you should apply for StartUp Health Festival, which is the festival of the festivals, bringing together all the investors, thousands of them, portfolio companies, and loads of big corporation innovation directors and clinicians. And these are available from web. Anytime you go to startuphealth.com, is funding reports quarterly, and then Digital Health Magazine, where specialists and top entrepreneurs share what works, what doesn't work. I'm sorry, and thank you.